Bonsoir guys, hope everybody's well. Today we're on tour. So today you find us at Crewe Radio Control Car Club for round 2 of their 5-round Winter GP series, held on a Sunday and open to Mardave Minis, and there's a link in the description for other makes, models, etc, whether or not they're running anything else. For the day I run my Mardave Mini, the GRP version. It's a quick breakdown of what I was running 50s up front with 37s on the rear. I had the spacing lowering plate for the motor, I had the lowering pod, it's a side spring conversion. I was running a 4817 and a Core 21 motor, which I'm not sure was 100% legal. I think to be part of the championship I need to run a G2, but somebody post in the comments whether or not I'm allowed. Who knows, all these different clubs and the different rules. Qualifying saw me getting progressively faster and faster and faster, which I was really impressed with, because I didn't really have any expectations for myself for the day. My motor wasn't particularly fast, I'd washed it the previous night, but on the practice run it seemed so slow. But then maybe I got the right battery, peaked at the right time, and it just seemed to pick up the pace a little bit. So I can't say it was slow at per se compared to any of the other cars. It seemed about there or thereabouts. There were a couple that were a little bit faster. There were a couple that were a little bit slower. I think all the time was to be gained on a circuit that was as big as this one. Is all about carrying and maintaining speed, which I just weren't all that brilliant at. Just keeping the momentum of your car going was key. And also when you watch the footage in a little while, you'll see how much time I was losing per lap by just playing it safe and sticking to the middle of the track, or maybe mistiming a turn in here which had been running wide for the next 2 or 3 corners. It was so important to stick to a racing line and get really tight into the corners to carry your speed that ended up then being a good fast lap time. I'd probably dropping at least half a second a lap to a couple of the faster laps. Anyway, qualifying to 4th place for the A final, which I was really pleased at, and to be honest, a little bit unexpected, being it not necessarily my home track, and it's the first time I've been there since I raced there once before at Rugmasters. So yeah, I was more than pleased with that. So 4th place in the A final. Let's see how we get on. Do I take that one that's charging and it says it's at 5.93, or do I take that one that I'm currently re-peaking at 5.8? Oh, I don't know what to do. Which one's going to be the best battery? Well, that one's not even warm, so we'll take the one that's warm. So here we go. A final first leg, and the green and yellow car in 4th position on the grid. Let's see how we get on. Not a bad start, a lot of shenanigans in the middle, and we're through into 1st place. The outsider is making good. All the way down from Ignition, over in Yorkshire. Even though I'm a Lancashire lad, but we're off. Doing my best now to check out. Just stay clean, Stop shaking when you're holding the transmitter, Brendan, because that's exactly what I'm doing at this point. As everybody's scrambling to chase me down, going, who is this guy? Well, clearly they don't subscribe, or else they'd have known that I'm really not very good. Oh, getting close there. Under pressure now. Oh, he had a look up the inside. I managed to squeeze him out there a little bit. The pressure's definitely on now. It is a massive track, this, compared to what I'm used to. So just trying to stay consistent, and maybe I'm playing it a bit too safe. I just don't want to make any mistakes, but then other people behind, I can see them and hear them making mistakes. So maybe it is the best way. Just stay in the middle of the track, stay out of trouble. So far so good. And my snafu count is set to 0 still. Oh, first snafu. So that relinquishes first place to Jason, who was grumbling about batteries. One battery, you know, Bren, one battery all day. Still winning. Right, see if we can't consolidate now. The car handled really, really well all day, to be perfectly honest. Whatever little setup changes I'd made to it, which weren't really all that many, it was going well, so I was really pleased. You can see number 3 now really starting to hunt me down. Bit of home track advantage, bit more experience on a bigger size track. Still doing okay. The car doesn't seem that slow compared to everybody else, but you can just see where I'm drifting wide in corners, and it's shedding time, it's costing me time. But I think that's the safer way, and try and consolidate your place as opposed to take too many risks. Or is it? Maybe that's loser talk. Maybe winners take risks, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to speak to James Kemp about that, whether or not winners take risks. Yeah, he's definitely closed me down over those few corners. I'll try not to feel the pressure, even though I know at this point my hands were shaking. Oh, and I think I tagged him at the back then. So, like a good little racer I am, I waited for him. Because he was through, and I think I just caught him. But no, he has a snafu. So the racing gods must deem that I was in the right, and carried on. They smiled on my racing etiquette. So I'm back up into second place, with third and fourth right behind me now. Oh, sniff down the outside. Oh, a bit of door bashing there.
Well, we don't like that.
Yeah. So we're cracking on then. So from first now into third. Oh, another little snafu as I came offline there. Come on, Bren, hold it together. You got a podium here. On tour in your podium. Can I hold him off? That's the question. Some good drivers here. Oh, see, I just ran wide there and gaping hole of a door. Not really outpaced, just outdriven. It's funny, big wide tracks like this now with this much space. There isn't that much action with only 5 cars on track. We could have done with 10. That'd have been lively. I'm hunting him back down though. Must have put the bit between my teeth a bit. Stringing a couple of decent corners together and he weren't getting away from me. Definitely took a couple more risks there. I think in my head I was thinking, well, there's nothing to lose now. And that was it. Keep going. Did you see that? All those first lap shenanigans, and I took the lead. I was in first place, albeit not for very long, because a couple of races I tagged the back of him, so I pulled over, a bit of racing etiquette, let him back through. And then clearly I hadn't tagged the back of him because the racing gods deemed it that he then had a snafu, and I come back through, and it were all going on. In the end, I ended up in 4th place, which, considering that's where I qualified, is probably a fair representation of my pace. Now, it's not like I'm used to with the Neo GPs, because I've got to admit, as I was coming round for formation for leg 2 of the final, I thought, do we all line up in the same place, or is it a reverse grid? Anyway, I realised that it's not a reverse grid. Bit disappointed. I'd have seen me start in 2nd place. But anyway, it was back lining up in 4th place again for the 2nd leg. Let's see how we get on. So here we go. 4th place, A final leg 2. I'm still the green and yellow car, hasn't changed. Snafu count set to 0 and let's go. What was that? What was that? Straight into the wall. Ugh. Well, I've got it all to do now. Everybody has a relatively clean getaway this time as well, so there's no chance of me just capitalising on everybody being a bit excited. I've just got to put my head down and try to gain and claw some time back. Got to admit, because of how well leg 1 went for me, I think I was a bit, shoulders dropped a little bit, but yeah, don't seem to be letting them go. There we go. That's 3rd and 4th just ahead of me, so all I've got to do is stay in contact with them. And they're going to start a little battle now, so maybe they'll trip each other up. Keep going, Bren. Oh, just offline. Yeah, there's a good 5 seconds gone, and they're just off down the road. Well, head down. Just try to stay out of trouble now. See, running wide. You can see that the car physically goes quicker if you have some tighter lines, and you feel it when you're driving the car. If you get a couple of corners strung together quite well, you think, yeah, that went well. And then as soon as you run wide, I mean, it was like 1.5 meters I run wide. So you're just shedding time all the time. It's just that practice of being more and more consistent. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. We're only up to 2 snafus.
You certainly are, young man.
And again, I don't think I can put it down to anything specific on the car. It's just my driving, and I just needed a bit more confidence and experience to really stick it into the corners a bit harder. It's funny because at ignition I'd have no qualms about really trying to push the line a little bit, but I guess it's a new track, so it's good to get out on tour and have a look at different places. That's better. Bit conservative through there. Could have, and through there. Almost middle of the track stuff, this, Bren. That 0.5 meter all the way around that I'm not taking the risk at. That must be 0.5 second at least. Although this 4th place, maybe he's had some issues, and I'm slowly clawing time back. Or it feels like I am. Whether I am or not, I don't know. Well into the last third of the race now, so looks like a steady last place now for me. Oh no, 4th has had an issue. 4th place has had a problem, so we're both on the straight together. That red and white car now. Maybe I can get up near him and lean on him a bit, and I'm sure he'll feel under a bit of pressure from that. Maybe I can trigger a mistake, but again wide, although he had a snafu. And I'm definitely closing down on him now. Come on, Bren. I can hear you from wherever you're watching this, willing me to get 4th place. Come on, come on. Oh, that were. Oh, he went. See, he tripped himself up. It missed my line, but I've still managed to get that 4th place. I think I yell now. Don't take me out. Go up the inside. Panicking. Don't throw it away now. On course for a 4th place. Get in there, get in there. This must be coming up for the last lap, I think. Just keep it smooth, stay in the middle now, and don't let him catch you back up. No mistakes. There we go. Solid fourth. Happy with that. What was that off the line? The car set off and then just went straight into the wall. Poor driving. I'm going to blame the fact that the tyres might have lit up on that bits of tape that were marking the where you line up on the start finish straight for your position. That's what I'm going to blame it on anyway. Not just bad driving. Another fourth place, although I didn't have to fight for it, and the guy who was in fourth, it was clawing back, and the last 4 or 5 laps I was like, I am getting you. Anyway, managed to overhaul him, so another fourth place. So 4th place overall on the day, so more than happy with that, although I got to admit, there was the possibility of a podium, clawing at a podium there just for a minute, but wasn't to be, which is fine. Good day out, great club. Please check the links in the description for the Facebook page for Crewe Radio Control Model Car Club. God, that's a mouthful, guys. Really nice people, dead helpful, everybody's dead approachable, and not only that, they're not just racing minis there was 110 touring cars that, oh my god, there were some cracking battles there. Quick shout out to Sam, because great battle, mate, great battle. Although I was marshalling, I got to admit my marshalling duties got a bit waylaid a couple of times because I was just enthralled with the battle that you were having with first place. So yeah, really good to see some other not brands, sizes, other classes of cars going round on the same day because the track was that big. Other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. Toodle pip.